Hello everybody, welcome back to Screenstars. Welcome to another PlayStation review. Today's review is for First Class Trouble on the PlayStation 5, but it is available on PlayStation 4 as well. And this is one of the free games this month on the PlayStation Plus subscription. Now this is a multiplayer game. Even though I've never played it, it is in the same vein, I believe, as the game called Among Us that I do believe is coming to console either later this year or early next year. I'm not sure when. And the idea is the aesthetic of the game is there is a group of humans on like this old-fashioned type spaceship with an aesthetic similar to Fallout, I suppose, in a lot of ways. And there is a couple of imposters amongst them called Personnoids, which are basically like robots, I suppose, pretending to be humans. And the idea is, as humans, you need to progress through the levels of this ship, trying to survive the pitfalls that a ship is throwing at you, but also trying to survive these Personnoids as well, whose only mission is to get out there and basically kill you so that they can, survive on the ship. So there's a number of things you need to do. So first and foremost, if you are a human, I'll get into the specifics of the game shortly. I mean, essentially, when the game starts, you get to customize your character, male, female, and dress them in a number of outfits. There is a vast array of outfits for you to choose from, and some of these will obviously be microtransactions, which is how the game is going to make a lot of its money, I suppose. You do unlock extra outfits as you progress through levels in the game. There is a number of... Each time you level up, there's a small handful of outfits unlock. So there are ways and means to unlock these outfits while you play the game as well. So you can continue to customize the character however you want. And then essentially away you go. It's multiplayer only, and you go into the game, find a game, and then you're thrown into a lobby. You've got a short wait, and then you're into the game, and you've got to progress through each level by finding a number of key cards, 3 key cards, different coloured key cards, and they're all hidden on the level. But at the same time, the oxygen is running out, so you need to as well. Keep finding like oxygen tanks and putting oxygen back into the ship to keep you alive a little bit longer. There's like secret rooms you need to find. Some of them you'll need to do using teamwork. You can talk to the other players on your microphone. So there are some sections where you will need 2 people to open a door, so you have to try and call people over to help you. But bearing in mind, some of these won't be humans and they're out to get you, not help you. So there's a risk and reward element to the game in that sense. You're taking a risk if you're working with somebody, because they could actually choose to help you, and then when you think they're on your side, turn your back and they'll kill you. So there's certain things that you need to do as teamwork, and there's certain things you can do on your own. You need to find things that will help you throughout the level. You need to find things like fire extinguishers that will put out fires, that will get you to new levels. You can find like these clues that will give you clues as to who the Personnoids are. It will filter that down, so it gives you a couple of choices. And then at the end of each level, if you progress through, find all the key cards for one level and you move on to the next level, it will give you the opportunity as a group to vote on who you think the Personnoids are. And potentially, sometimes you might spot someone doing something a bit dodgy on one of the levels. You might see them try and kill someone, or you might see them pick up like a weapon or sabotage the oxygen, which you can do as a Personnoid. So you kind of think, I know that's a baddie. So when it comes to the vote, you can kind of vote as to who you think the Personnoid is. And then if they get voted off, if all the Personnoids essentially get voted off, then you've won the round basically. So you keep going like that, and if you start the levels as a Personnoid, your main aim as this is to stop the human characters from progressing. So you've got to sneak around. You've got little shortcuts that only you can use. There's little like syringe weapons that you can find hidden on the levels that you can sneak up behind a human character and kind of inject them and kill them. You can sabotage the oxygen. You can do a whole number of sneaky things in order to try and kill humans and make it through the level in one piece. and so that you're the only one left, basically. But you need to do it sneakily so nobody else sees you. So it's, to be honest, anybody that watches my content, generally speaking, knows I'm not a big fan of multiplayer games. I don't play a lot of them, but because this was free, it's PlayStation Plus subscription, I thought I'd put a bit of time into it. And I'll be honest, there is a lot of fun to be had here with this game. It's actually not too bad at all. It does get a bit repetitive, to be honest. It doesn't really change up the gameplay that much. It's other than aesthetically, there'll be different levels that you need to understand how to navigate, where to get through, where the puzzles are, where the secret doors are, all that kind of stuff. And remembering where everything is, and sometimes it's in different places, all that kind of stuff. So it is a little bit repetitive, and to be honest, sometimes you'll start a game, and which is one of the reasons I don't like multiplayer games, is you'll start a level or start a fresh game, and it's full of prats, basically, who don't want to play the game properly, and all they're doing is running around. Whether you don't even know if they're human or personoids. Sometimes they could be humans and they just want to wreck the game for everybody else by acting stupidly. Or they might just be personoids and they're not playing the game properly. They're just out in the open working together to try and kill everybody else. Because as a personoid, there's two on the level, basically. And if one of them grabs you from behind, the other one can come in from the front and basically kill that player. So if they team up effectively, they can kind of take the humans out pretty quickly. But if they're not going to play the game and do it like in a sneaky fashion, it kind of spoils the game. They just kind of gang up on the human players, sort of thing. And you don't have a lot of weapons at your disposal. There's certain things you can pick up to defend yourself with. You can chuck champagne bottles at them to knock them out briefly. You can chuck six-packs at them, which is almost like a faster champagne bottle. It's like chucking a few bottles at somebody. Paper planes you can throw at people. So you don't have an awful lot of weapons at your disposal to get rid of these personoids or players that aren't playing the game properly. You do feel a bit toothless playing the game, but it's harmless enough. I'm not going to say this is a bad game or anything. It's actually quite a lot of fun to have here. Certainly for somebody like myself who doesn't play an awful lot of multiplayer games. So it's worth checking out, guys. If you've got a PlayStation Plus subscription and you've added it to your library, there's a little bit of fun to be had here, but it's nothing mind-blowing or anything like that. I'm going to give this one a 7 out of 10. It's one of those quite fun party games that you can certainly play with your friends if you want, but it's actually certainly playable. So 7 out of 10 from me. I hope you found this review useful, guys. I'll see you back on the channel with plenty more content very, very soon.